Hi guys, Mark here, hope you're all well. Got Suzuki for you today, and this is something really special. Gsx-S1000F. This is kindly loaned to me by the guys at Crescent Suzuki here in Bournemouth, south of England. And this bike is something that I've been wanting to ride one of these for a long time. This has got kind of like a down-tuned Gsx-S1000 engine in it, producing a whopping 150 horsepower. And I can tell you now, this is one hell of a thrill ride machine. So you could kind of probably say it compares to the Kawasaki Z1000 SX that I test rode a few weeks ago. Same sort of thing, sports tourer, emphasis a bit more on sports though, definitely on a bike like this. So let's just walk around here and have a little look at all the different features. So obviously nice dual lights, ABS on this and traction control. Really strong Brembos radially mounted there. I'm liking that. Inline 4-cylinder engine, 998 cc's I believe, producing around about 150 horsepower. So hugely powerful, with that lovely Suzuki rawness from the GSX-Rs of years gone by. Just walking around the bike. Very nice tidy little underslung exhaust there. Dunlop Sport Max tyres, 120 front, 190 rear. Do you like the swing arm, how it kind of curves up and down? Very stylish, looks good. So chain driven, this one, obviously it's on the sort of side of performance rather than touring, rather than having a shaft drive, I mean. So this has got Suzuki Easy Start and low RPM assist, so it's all nice features. So no riding modes on this, no electronic suspension, and it comes in at a very reasonable £10,300, which I think you'll agree is pretty good of a bike of this sort of stature. So anyway, let's hop on and see what she's like. So seat height's around about 8.20mm, I think it is, and my feet are pretty much flat to the floor, but my legs are straight out, my knees aren't bent. So definitely a bike. I'm only 5'7", average height. If you're a taller guy, this is going to be okay for you. You won't find this too small. If you're shorter than 5'7", you might struggle a little bit. You might want it lowered or get a lower seat, etc. But let's fire her up. So really nice LCD display, traction control, temperature, average miles to the gallon, fuel gauge, all LCD, really nice LCD rev counter, gear indicator, which is nice as well. I say ABS and traction control. Very simple switch gear, all your usual sort of stuff, mode button, pass, turn, horn, kill switch, hazards and start. Very sort of straightforward stuff on this. Cable clutch, Renthal fat bar here, don't know if you can see that, Renthal fat bar, so really nice bars here, I really like that a lot, nice riding position. Let's fire her up. So I was lucky enough to own a GSX-R 1000 K5 a few years back, and that was the best GSX-R ever made in thousands of people's opinions, and this has the same kind of angry bark to it when you fire it up. Very aggressive, but obviously it's probably down-tuned somewhat to give you a bit more bottom end torque for that sporty kind of flavour to the bike. But all in all, really nice so far, so good. Let's pull away and see how she rides. So straight away, very smooth engine, but it does have that sort of touch of Suzuki aggressionness, if you like. You know, it's angry, it's a very raw engine. Now the clutch is super smooth, and I can confirm its take is nice and close to the bar, so that's all good. So while we're at it, doing a bit of town work at the moment, doing about 30 miles an hour at the moment, just checking for any issues of fueling at low RPM, and it's perfect, it's perfectly fueled. Let's just take it up into 4th gear at 30 miles an hour, see what that's like. Super smooth, no hunting or surging. 5th, yeah, lovely. And 6th gear, 2000 revs, 30 mile an hour, lovely. Open the throttle and it pulls really strong. Stay there, So I say we're here in Bournemouth, and it's another very mild for England winter's day. So absolutely, as you can imagine, stacks of aggressive, hard, angry acceleration from the low RPMs. This is one very exciting motorcycle. Now the gearbox, obviously, as it's Suzuki, is absolutely beautiful. Very positive, snicks into gear absolutely beautifully. A huge amount of grunt this engine has got. So let's just take it up to about 55, 60. It's doing just under 4,000 revs. So really, really good. So quite a small little screen there. Personally, I think if it's my own, I might want to try and get something a bit bigger, but it's absolutely fine. So this is a more sporty touring bike, so it kind of suits the bike, I suppose. Mirrors are nice and big, that's really good, and they're fine. I'm loving the riding position on this. It's not dead upright, I'm leaning forward a bit like yesterday's kind of Z900, but it's very comfortable, and the wind is just coming up over my head. I'm hardly getting any blast at all in my chest, so that's excellent. So this engine is it's got so much go. I mean, yesterday's Z900 Kawasaki was powerful, but this is another level. Yeah, it goes down the gearbox absolutely beautifully. It's very civilised and obviously very powerful. God, you just can't stop revving it, hearing that lovely GSX rasp to the exhaust. So again, you know, why would you sort of consider something like this? You know, you might want something that's comfortable, you want to do some distance, you don't want to spend £15,000 plus, but you want something which has got a bit of a hooligan to it, and this really has. It's just got a lot of hooligan-ness in it. The seat, when you sit on it, is very, very plush. It feels very padded, very deep, and nice on your backside, should we say. So that's top marks for the seat. And my leg position is loads of leg room here. My knees aren't bent up at all, so that's really nice. The throttle response is absolutely instantaneous. I mean, I'm in third gear, it's quite a low gear, but if you snap it, it goes. And that's at sort of 3,000 revs. As I say, Gsx-S1000 that I had amazing bottom end power. It's all very smooth, doesn't seem to be snatchy or anything. Back brake's nice and strong as well. Yeah, this is definitely a bike you could take on a tour and have a lot of fun in the twisties with. so much get up and go without even revving it. It's amazing. So we're in 5th gear now. Here we go, wide open. Wow. So much fun. So top gear, let's just slow it down a bit, see what the top gear roll-on's like. 45 miles an hour, wide open throttle, 50, 60 and more. Way, amazing. Yeah, this particular bike has been out for, I think, maybe 2 years, I might be wrong, something like that, or a year and a half, and I've always wanted to ride one of these, and I'm really pleased to have. This is an awesome piece of kit. As I say, the Z1000SX was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think this engine just pips it for me, just pips it. It's just got that bit more aggression and a bit more fun. Not that the Z1000 isn't good, it really is. This is just got that GSX-R engine in it. And I think price-wise there's not a lot in it really. So the mirrors are clear, that's good. Screen's alright. Riding position's top notch, seats lovely and comfy. The engine's very smooth, but you can just feel that it's a little bit raw, but that's the whole attraction of this bike. Gearbox is beautiful. Let's try these brakes out. Yeah, they're really strong Brembos, lovely. So it's a very high commanding riding position, a bit like an adventure tourer in a way. You know, you feel like you're sitting up quite high on it, so that's good. I like that. Really good for attacking the corners. Lots of leverage through these bars. So they actually they do the super naked version of this as well, but obviously this is the fared version. Yeah, this would be fine for doing some touring trips on. Let's just try that acceleration, that roll on. Wow. Just see if you can hear this noise, guys. One more go. This is a bit of a hooligan machine. I say, it never ceases to amaze me how good motorcycles are these days, and there's so many different categories and classes, and there's a bike for every type of rider. So just pottering along like this, there's no hunting or surging, the fueling's impeccable, there's no nasty vibrations. Let's pop it into top gear now. It's very, very civilised, but just, you know, a twist of the throttle away, it turns into an animal. That's very impressive. Display's really nice as well. It's just a quick glance, you see everything you need. It's really good. Let's take a little turn here. So in second gear now, guys. Wow, so much drive, it's amazing. And that wasn't even opening it up, that was about 5,000 revs. Yeah, serious bit of kit this. I want one. Where do I sign up? I wish I hadn't sold my Gsx-S1000F now, but that's another story. I do tend to change my bikes a heck of a lot. Yeah, very nice. Just see what it's like into neutral. Ah, it's really, really nice. Oh, and breathe. That was superb. Alright, let's just see what this is like to manhandle. There's nowhere really to hang on, so we just hang on to the strap. Oh, it's easy, really easy. I say I'm only an average height guy with average strength, and that's a piece of cake to push around. Helped by obviously the wide bars, and lifting off the side stands. Quite easy, that's fine. Really nice. So let's have a little final thoughts and a walk round. So, Suzuki Gsx-S1000F, 150 odd horsepower, sport tourer with definitely the emphasis on sport. I'm sure you could sort of get some panniers and a top box fitted, but it just, yeah, it's definitely light touring, I would say. I don't know how you'd fit sort of big panniers on the side here. Spoil the look of it a bit, really, wouldn't it? But yeah. So there's your Brembo, super strong, a beast of an engine. Very nice standard exhaust note there. Obviously, tail tidy a must. Let's have a look at all this lovely hardware. I do like the sort of candy looking red on it, that's really nice. Say Suzuki have been making a GSX/GSX-R motors for years, and they're bulletproof reliable. So there you go, guys. What do you think of that one? Yet another bike to choose from. God, if I was in the market, I'd really be scratching my head as to what one to buy. There's so many. I want them all. So please, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like this bike. Subscribe and share as always, and I'll catch you again soon. And please feel free to post lots of comments. I always try and answer as many as I can. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye bye.